selling your house to buy a new one, and today we are focused on key steps and a strategy for successful transition from your previously owned home to the new one.
Now, a big change is always a big change, and not everybody thinks that I'm a change junkie. They say, I don't really like change. That's more of a common thing that people will say. So this is a way to kind of just talk about how we're going to get into this change, because you might want this change desperately, but sometimes we have to get ourselves prepared for the big move, the big change, the big shift. So we're going to really kind of talk about ways that we can be successful with this shifting. If we don't like the word change, we have to shift to our next one. So the first thing we're going to do.
What is the first one?
Is reflect, right? Why do you really want to do this?
It's like a spiritual kind of lesson.
At the beginning, you want to really understand deeply why you have made the decision to transition from one house to the other, and your why can be very different than your how. So understanding your why will help you influence your how, or how are we going to get there, because we can help you with that. But the why is going to be all you. Why are you looking to do this move?
Exactly. We are kind of right now in the Knuckle in Hill situation. Now, the next thing that really we wanted to do in this transition when you are selling and purchasing a new home is setting a clear goal. It's so important, because make sure your goal is smart. When I'm saying smart, means being specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant at the same time, time bound. You don't have all the time. You're moving either for work or family or something that you want to change in your life. And this is super important.
Then once you have your goals, then the next thing is we're going to develop a plan. How are we going to get there? What are our possible holdups? And if we list them out, because sometimes in our heads we will make the holdups so much bigger than they actually are. Like, oh, my kid's school. I'm just giving you an example. And it's such a big drama in your head that you're going to have to take your kids out of one school and put them with another. But at the same token, if you've developed a plan and it's going to be ultimately better for them to be in a better situation, we have to be developed in how are you going to handle that in a logical way, instead of just having that emotional blockage there.
Exactly.
So I just make sure we're there. Also, we want to make sure that we are continuing with whatever our purposes are. We're going to make sure that we are staying up to date and we are following through and making this plan with as much resources as. Hi, it's Alvitor. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below.
Exactly. Therefore, we need to continue education, means and know about the housing market where you are living or the one that you want to go to.
Which is why you can watch our housing market updates.
And also, like, refer to us. You can look at all our playlists about how to sell your home and buy a new one, or how to buy a new house. These are all education that you can take on and then understand what is each step has to do with the process that you are taking, and help you to make a set a clear goal and decision.
And when you are deciding who you're going to use as your agent, maybe your best friend's sister is an agent. You know, there's a lot of us agents out there, but you want to make sure that you're working with an agent that's going to get you where you want to go and where you're going to work. So that how many listings has that sister had, the friend's sister in this situation, or whatever. Really understand how much of there, because you really want the best help working for you to make this transition as smooth as possible.
Exactly.
And which is where you're going to talk to us with guidance, right? Because we really do try to help every one of our clients.
Exactly. Which, after seeking guidance, takes us to the next goal, which is maintaining balance. Because the way that you are seeking for the guidance and you wanted help means you wanted to deal with it in a healthy way, work-life balance, and you wanted to have less stress on this journey. That's why you are working with us like a professionals that help you to take each step and be mindful about them.
Okay, the next thing you want to be is, of course, financially prepared. So you want to make sure that your budgeting is correct. We want to make sure that we have the savings in place for this big move, or we have the emergency fund.
Exactly.
You need to make sure that even if you're selling it and you're going to get all the money out of that, we still have to talk to somebody to really understand, is your budget good enough to keep going with this?
Exactly, which brings us to the next one. Beside of that, you financially, mentally, you're ready. We wanted to embrace the change. It means that you need to be flexible during the transition, because you never know in the new estate or new town that you wanted to go what you're facing. Therefore, whatever comes in your way, you need to be more flexible. That helps you to have a smoother transition for the old place to the new one.
And I'm just going to give you a little exercise. If as a real estate agent we've told you to take down your personal items, your personal photos, and you're willing to now take down the wedding photo and you're willing to put it because you're already planning on it in a new house, you are ready. If you can move that, then if you can do a physical challenge and say, hey, am I mentally ready to do this, and you're willing to move, we're ready to rock. Exactly. Now, really strategies. We want to make sure that we are communicating clearly with our real estate professional and everybody else on our support system. So you are there for everybody is on the same page with you. If your support system is not on the same page, but you're trying to keep you in place instead of letting you change, this is not a good support system. So make sure you have a good support system in place to help you with this move.
Exactly. The next thing is about the marketing, meaning that when you're seeking the guidance from your real estate agent, make sure we have all kind of marketing and marketing plan for that from that real estate agent is communicated with you, and you know exactly what they're gonna do and offer you as a services that put your house visible to every possible home buyer out there to help you.
Okay, and then also we want to make sure that we are doing a quick self-assessment to make sure that we are on track, because if you are emotionally and physically ready to move, we are in a good position to continue talking about this actual move.
Exactly. And then implementing technology. Don't be shy. Right now, many people are in the different social media platforms.
I wanted to talk about risk management. Okay, not that. With risk management, you want to make sure that there are nothing standing in your way. So maybe you did forget about a loan. Maybe you forgot about a tax situation you might have had, and make sure that there is no potential risk in this move. So you want to make sure that you're financially, emotionally, career ready, and then also there's no pitfalls that might stand in your way that you forgot. You didn't forget your COVID loan. You didn't forget your IRS backed taxes. You didn't forget about those student loans that are now in default, because all of that can stop you from moving ahead. So we want to make sure that there is no big risk in the path towards success.
Which brings us to the last item, which is self-assessment. Therefore, when you are looking at every possible way to help yourself, that helps you to move and progress through your goal, and you can actually give yourself gift, for this moving transition every time, because it keeps you motivated and helps you to move forward with your goal, which is actually bringing more joy to your life. And we are hoping we are part of that picture to bring more joy to your life. Please contact us, Alan Victoria Pinder, real estate agent professional in the state of North Carolina, specifically Pitt County, North Carolina. And our number is 252-327-3357. And don't forget, please push that subscribe button. We need more subscribers to help you to put this time.
And don't forget to watch our video with